Welcome to Valorant, BW Yellow Jacket Esports, and my name is Matthias, otherwise known as El Tiburon,
I'm Locke, otherwise known as Wellandish.
and we are going to be your broadcasters here for tonight's Valorant game against Manchester A. We have a good one going, or we're going to have a good one going, and BW they've had a little bit of a rush patch for the past, or for honestly the season, but for their past couple of games,
hmm
but. Either way, it's the season for a reason. You could turn it around at any time.
Amen. We saw them earlier this week, I believe it was Tuesday evening, go down and take a loss against, I believe it was Highland Community College Scotties, bringing them down to 2-2 on the season. 500, anything's possible. You can do anything with a 500 record. So, got it. I mean, you see football teams at the pro level make the playoffs with 500 records. So, anything's possible. Just gotta see something change here for the Baltimore Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that is going to help this team is experience, especially chemistry together.
hmm
This team is still relatively new, mostly with each other. So once they get a couple more games in this season, yes, they're 2-2 now, but that's with them not fully figuring out what to do. Once they finally hit that click,
hmm
it's over.
Yes, sir. I mean, we talk about Error. Jeremy was here last season. I believe the only surviving starter from last semester.
Yes.
And we have Kyle, the who was on the Valorant team last semester, playing as the sub. Now, I don't know if we'll see Kyle today. I don't believe we will. But that being said, he's the only remaining, Error being the only remaining player from last semester. And as you can attest to, that guy is in this building more than anybody else,
Yeah.
including Jake.
Yeah, that guy almost has to pay rent for this building at this point. And I always say I'm here an unhealthy amount of time. Jeremy is or Error is in here way more than I can.
An exponential amount of time to the amount of time that you are in here,
Yeah,
or that I am in here.
maybe combined.
Maybe combined.
But other than that, he's a grinder. He knows how to play the game. He has great game sense. Um I played a couple of matches with him and somebody else on the team in a two or somebody else on the a CAD team, and he 2v1'd us, and I was like, "How did you find me?" He was like, "Oh, because you stopped crouching for one step and I knew where you were." And I'm like, "My bad."
That sounds like Jeremy. That tracks. We also have Viper, which is JJ, Cat, which is Cat. Oh my gosh, that's a crazy idea.
Really.
Fawns is a coach. I believe we will be getting Hayden in as a player. I don't know if we will have Kyle or not. If not, I am blanking on who the fifth is. If not Kyle,
Yeah, we'll hopefully find out
it's
soon.
Ben, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
not Quum or
Ben
the other Ben.
Dubé.
Dubay. Sounds right.
I think so.
I think he's right, folks. I think he's got me beat
We take those. But other than that,
at the Tiger Woods.
yeah. Either way, Kat is a good player in her own right. I don't really know what else to say. She's really good. Knows how to play corners pretty well, and Viper, um, is still like one of the newer members of the team, but they've been taking this game in stride, been learning a lot, but been learning really quickly. Um, Viper has been thrown to the fire of joining the varsity team, but either way, they have been playing
hmm
very well to I mean against like other leagues and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
You use the metaphor of throwing into the fire, but did you think about otters? Otters, when they're teaching their young, what do? They throw their young in the water to teach them
th-
how to swim.
this is true.
So, if it works for otters, why not the BW Yellow Jackets? Although
That
I don't know if a yellow jacket plus water is a good idea.
that is also how I learned how to swim. My mom, when I was a baby, my
Are
mom
you an
put me in a
otter?
life vest and then just like tossed me in a pool.
That's crazy.
And it looks like we have at least somebody from the other team going, but we have people setting up now. It looks like they are almost about ready to set up. Locke, what do you expect out of the Yellow Jackets? You broadcasted their game last time. Is there anything that is there like any habit you want to see them not do? Anything you want to see them pick up on?
hmm I felt as though they've played very, very slow for a very long time. And right towards the end of that match, they picked it up and they figured it out, but it was too little too late at that point. So now going into this match, I want to see how, especially Error being the IGL, how Error deals with that and plays into this and uses those IGL skills that he has been developing for a long time to be able to figure out this other team. As for Hayden, who we just saw join the party, I believe that Hayden needs to step up a little bit. Had a bit of a slow game yesterday. Yesterday or Tuesday, I guess. I can't
Last
even
game.
remember. Yeah, last game. But either way, Hayden, I believe, can take a step up. Kat just needs to keep on doing what she was doing last game. She was doing really well, playing confident, playing her shots. After the series, we talked with Kat a little bit, and she was talking about how she was just angry and like playing angry. And I think that if diverted the right way, that can be good energy if you use it correctly.
Yeah, definitely. Even to use like the game that you guys just saw on Twitch, Smash versus I forgot the other team, but the Smash game, sometimes you gotta play angry. Sometimes you look at the other opponent and just say, look, I know I'm better than you and I'm going to play like it. And sometimes you just gotta.
So,
Sometimes
yeah, exactly. You go into Rocket League with that mentality, and it's a 50-50 on if that'll work. It really depends on how the opponent starts out. But if you start out swinging, so a lot of times you can catch people off guard, and I mean, at that point, you're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at them. They're either going to be able to take it or they can't.
yeah, especially really early on. I want to see the Yellow Jackets capitalize on the early rounds, get that lead, build that lead early, and then see what they could do afterwards.
Amen. I like that. Going into this, though, we haven't seen that many people join for the opposite squad, but if this is correct, we will be starting out on Ascent. I don't know if this is correct or not. Don't quote me on any of this, but I believe Ascent's the first map we've been playing on. Have you played Ascent? Do you know about Ascent? If not, I can speak
I
to it.
I know how to, I have played very recently. The last time
hmm
I have not played very recently. The latest I played a full 13 rounds was Olympics, but before that I did a 5v5 or a 2v1 Bob Rush up to first to 5. So like other than that, I don't have I feel like it's transferable from 5 to 13,
Yeah.
but other than that like it's going to be a system. Definitely just I want to see how they spend their money, especially in the middle of the rounds, because I saw last time it was um, about to be round switch that they were going to go to attack, and they had a lot of money, and they still had left over like 1,400 before the round started. So I want to see like how they spend the money, what's their favorite guns, and how quickly are they going to be able to access those.
hmm And then for Ascent, like my analysis of Ascent is a very wall bangable map, so you can shoot through a lot of the walls on Ascent. So you see a lot of Odins and heavy machine guns come into play that you don't usually see on other maps because of the wall bang ability and the ability to use that ability to wall bang against the other team to try to cut off angles, cut off abilities, cut off all that.
Yeah, one thing that I've learned so far about this league is that um, these teams love to hug walls.
Oh yeah, that's Valorant. Period.
And it looks like they switched the map to Lotus, so that is going to be the starting map, probably. Um,
Hopefully they're not just switching map to switch map.
yeah, the other team, they have about 3 of their 5 members in while we have our full 5. So it's going to be a little bit of a wait.
hmm Lotus, I haven't played a ton of because most of my experience comes before the two recent agents got added. But I do know that Lotus is a three-site map, just like Haven is.
Mm.
Comes with a lot of little nooks and crannies and different little alleyways that you can go through. Um, Definitely a map that separates you out and ends up with teams taking one-on-ones and 2v2s in areas. So and it's also a very much I believe it's a attacker sided map, at least for getting the bomb planted. But once you get the bomb planted, I believe it just switches back over to defender.
That's
Uh,
fair.
because of just how many different angles you can attack the bomb site from. So very open. They're open bomb sites, but not in the way of like they're like open space, like open air wise, but just open angle wise. There's a lot of different angles you have to cover when you're playing on a bomb site on
Yeah, it's not
Lotus.
an open space, but it's still an open map.
Hmm.
Yeah, this was the map that I did play on. They also have walls that you can hit through, and they also move, so that could be the walls are loud, but they are pretty good for positional reasons. And
Definitely can be used to throw people off.
yeah, which I I remember obviously I was the one that had the two against error. I was figuring out that you could move the wall, and he was just waiting for me on the other side, and I didn't know. So then he just waited for me to just walk to the other side. Then he just like headshotted me and left. And I'm like, "You waited for me, didn't you?" He was like, "I'm sorry, you don't know the map." I'm like, "My bad."
Hmm. That that's Jeremy for you.
Yeah. So yeah, right now we are waiting for about one more player for the other team, and we will be able to jump right to it. Um, I think this is I think this is going to be a pretty good one. I believe that the Yellow Jackets can clutch it up. Just a couple more practices in. This is hopefully this is a different team than what it was on Tuesday. On Tuesday they had a little bit of a lead in the beginning. I believe it was about 2-2 at the end of 4 rounds, but
Hmm.
then it started snowballing. So hopefully, if it gets to that 2-2, or even a scenario where we're up in the beginning, that they just get the ball rolling.
Yeah, you talk about those situations, and again, my attention turns to error and how you're going to make those changes, how you're going to adapt to the other team. Because you go up 2 rounds and then you lose 2 rounds. Obviously, something changed in those last 2 rounds.
Yeah,
How are you and your team going to change, going to adapt, and take advantage of whatever change they made, or at least make a change to stall what they did?
yeah, yeah. You don't with the advantage of having to win 13 rounds, you don't have to immediately figure out what's wrong with your
Hmm.
team within a round. You could take it slow. You could take it slow. Obviously, don't get behind too much, but you could take it slow, figure it out, and then just like crawl back up. Because once you figure out one thing, then it will just snowball right down.
All right, we have the ready coming through from the Manchester side here. Just waiting on the ready from the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jacket side, which I
Everyone's
assume will
everyone's
come
saying hi as well.
all the
There's the
highs.
ready. All of the highs. Real talk.
Hmm.
All
but
right.
going into this game, we really just have to see like what this team does. And I really would also like to point out like we had Bon Wallace kind of join all in one group, and the Manchester squad kind of joined one at a time, which makes me worry about like the cohesion on that squad.
Yeah.
Because if you're with your team, you can just all boom 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 and you're in. But all joining like it went bump and then like 2 minutes and then we got another and then three and another.
Yeah.
That worries me for the Manchester side, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and he's talking about joining the lobby.
Hmm.
And somebody left. So
Give it
now you
two
get,
minutes.
I was going to say
Oh
now you get to talk to us a bit more.
my gosh,
Welcome back. But yeah, that is a good. Oh, his PC crashed.
that's not good.
That's Valorant. Um,
I mean, you're not wrong. No, you're not wrong.
but that is a good thing to point out in the lobby for the Yellow Jackets. They were just like, all right, we're ready, we're all in.
Hmm.
For Manchester, it was like, okay, Jay was in first, and then Rango was in the other lobby, and then we just waited.
Yeah.
And then two more came in, and then we just waited. And then now their coach came in, and then so like not a lot of just like, all right, we're all getting on the game now, we're all playing now, which kind of worries me if they had a practice before this, because if they're all coming in at different times, they might not be synced up to how each other are playing.
Hmm.
And even though like yes, you've had a lot of chemistry before this game, this is still a game that extra match can help so
Hmm.
much.
And plus that extra little bit of something like you notice from the other team, that could be major for a team.
Yeah.
So like going into this, if I'm Yellow Jackets, like I'm looking at that and being like they're not fully prepared or something's off. And then you look at Ozzy who just had a PC crash, and you look at that and go, something might be off with them.
So you save him for last and hope his PC crashes.
I don't know if I'm saying that, but we are going to get into the agent selection screen. I'm going to take over for a little bit for this because I like this a little bit. But we, at the moment, are going to see a Cypher come out from Cat with a Reyna on Error, Omen from Triple Shock, Viper on the Fade, as we saw all of Tuesday, and then Hayden on the Chamber. But immediately Rango blocks in the cage on the opposite side. I wonder if Baldwin Wallace is like still deliberating this, or they just want to wait to lock in. On the opposite side, looks like we're gonna have a fight for Raze. Ozzy will switch off and go to Breach most probably, although they do already have an initiator. A double initiator comp would not be too surprising. I love a double initiator comp. I don't know how it does on Lotus. Baldwin Wallace will lock in the squad they had pre-selected, and it will be Breach, KJ, Omen, Sky, and Raze for the Manchester side, as we will end up getting into round number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Baldwin Wallace starting off on the defending or the green tealish side, whatever you want to call that. And welcome back, LT Baron.
Thank you. But I don't really know Team Cam, but there is something to be said about like there's a lot going on of what characters each team chooses, and that could even be of a counter of abilities as well. And I don't know. I feel like this is like some of these earlier rounds are going to be the determinants, but these are still going to be ones of just figuring out what's going on.
Most definitely. As we, as a defending side, are going to start off with a 2B3A or 2C3A split with who is on the Omen? Remind me one more time. Who is on the Omen? It is Triple Shock on the Omen, and he's going to play the cross from B to A. So kind of giving a B, playing retake on B, but will be an A hit starting out from Manchester as Hayden looking in.
There's already shots, and it looks like Error is already down, and so is Viper. 2 picks already, having Manchester the early lead, but they have a lot of damage on themselves already. Looks like they are going to be
Last
planting
player
A.
standing.
It will be Cat in a 1v4 here.
Spike planted.
All they got is the do classic. Trades it out for a spicy ghost. Moving in on site. We have 2 that are dinked, 2 that are one shot. Decides to jump down right away. Will get caught out by the Killjoy util, and it will be a pistol round going in favor of Manchester.
Yeah, it's not going to determine too much early on, but these pistol rounds are going to be pretty important once again, because you could decide if you keep winning on pistol just to save up your money for later rounds. And they did really well usage of their abilities. They made Cat make a choice, and they capitalized on whichever choice Cat made. So trying to do the same thing for the Yellow Jacket side would be something to work on, something to watch. But either way, this is just round 1. It's going to be a long game.
Look over here on A. 4 on A, push through,
Cage
but
trigger.
now they know for a fact that it's going to be a C push.
Cage
Cat's
trigger.
just going to give up sight, maybe try to get 1 or 2 picks here, and we'll just play the retake here. It looks like it actually will end up being a good hold because of how delayed Manchester is. And now they're going to go through a rotate across. Thankfully, we have 2 staying on the A side. Looks like we might get an altercation over this way. Hayden will get a shot on 1, takes a little bit of damage away, and will get smoked out immediately. Now Triple Sock on site.
Looks like he's rushed by a 4. Still alive.
Error in an
planted.
excellent spot here. Has an opportunity. We'll get one.
Pathetic.
As soon as Reyna gets one, she becomes deadly.
Still in sight.
The eye out, taking away sight. Pushing through. We'll get the ghost. Gets a kill. 22 left. We'll get shot from the side. Now Viper and Cat.
3v2. This is still winnable. Never mind. This is still winnable.
Last player
Viper is
standing.
at half health, and they're gonna have to be the one to close it out. And now Viper is down as well.
I don't think that was a terrible round from Bon Wallace in positioning wise. Just some of those shots you gotta hit.
Yeah.
You gotta see some of these shots come through for Bon Wallace. Gotta put the crosshair on the head and pull the trigger. And that is the hardest part of Valorant right there, is figuring out ways to be able to put the crosshair on
Or
somebody's
just play
head.
it, or just play it like how I played and click the button faster than the other person.
Looks like we may see an early entanglement here between Hayden and the C push from Manchester squad.
Yep, it looks like they're all, or most of them are going the same direction already.
This is dangerous here, but he will immediately dive out. It will be
Careful
Hayden
now.
and Cat to be able to hold on to
They
the
found
C
my
site.
wire.
They're
Cage
using a lot of util to keep this site under bay. Cat did see one. 3 on site. I expect to probably back up and play the retake here.
It looks like all
Spike
but one
planted.
of them are playing, or,
That's a good
pushing as
kill.
well.
That's one. That unfortunate. We go move on.
Right there. Tagged.
That's big. Oh, unfortunate. Error gets
Okay.
one. Knows there's gonna be more right there.
Last
That's
player
unfortunate.
standing.
Comes out of it right as he is
Yeah.
in front of them. Viper will
that's
get stunned
another
and immediately taken down by Ozzy.
Yeah, no, it looks like Manchester likes to hard push one area specifically, and they just decide that if they're winning through sheer numbers and instead of anything else first.
As we look at the buys 3 rounds in, Vaughn Wallace is going to be saving this round. Viper will be partially buying with a Spectre and Light Shield. Otherwise, we're just seeing Shields and Sheriffs out of this Vaughn Wallace squad against the full buy of Manchester. There's one shot from Triple.
Ooh,
They
good shot
still
by
don't.
Hayden.
They still don't know that Error's there, and he gets a free gun out of this, which is massive. This positioning could end up winning a round here for Von Wallace if Error uses it correctly.
Still in sight.
I really like this positioning right here. Kira
Cutting
is
their
playing
vision.
on B site.
Spike planted.
Push through the timing, working in favor, but can't quite get a shot on.
I'll find you. Last player standing.
Viper gets one,
One enemy remaining.
and is getting stuck up behind. No.
If Viper can turn around,
That
Yeah.
sucks. That's
It-
unfortunate.
yeah, it was right there.
There's no way.
me.
There's no
They'll
way for
know
them to
what
know
hit 'em.
that though.
Yeah, it was definitely, but that is already improvement. Back-to-back rounds of them having 3 or 4 players left, and now it was just down to one-on-one. It's small steps, but it's still improvement. Not too much of buying for this phase yet.
We will see a full buy, but -1 from Hayden. Hayden most likely going to, I believe, Hayden. Yeah, Hayden has ult, so he's going to use his ult
Of
here.
course, right when I said that.
Hayden's going to use his ult. So let's get over to see what Hayden does here. Tries to get one shot, won't be able to.
Caught one.
That's funny.
I have them.
It is going to be a B split though.
Blinding.
Eric
Nice
getting the
pick.
one. Now, attention redirected towards A.
They found
Cat
my wire.
in a back
My
corner.
ultimate is ready.
He's
Here.
gonna-
Spike down.
They
C.
found my wire.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was wall banging that we were talking about, but a
Oh
great
my
shot
gosh,
by
great shot
Hayden.
by Hayden. Excellent shot. Plus, look at the minimap. You see where air is at. You see the mid presence here. This is a round that Bone Wallace should be gearing up to take as long as they play their picks right. Don't give them a
30
free kill
seconds left.
anywhere.
And it looks like they have been playing it right so far.
Viper will get the intel. Won't re-peek.
Bring them down. One enemy remaining.
Well,
He will
10
get a
seconds
kill.
left.
Excellent kill there.
The spike is
KJ
here.
last alive. I don't believe KJ's doing anything at the moment. KJ's DC'd actually. And it will be a first round victory for this Baltimore Yellow Jackets team. I don't know why they're not going for the free kill on the KJ there, but that was a 4v5 round.
which is interesting. It looks like he is back, so hopefully that doesn't happen again.
We want.
Nope.
I'm trying to see the KJ. I don't see the KJ.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
Yeah, KJ's not back yet.
Yeah, they just put in the chat. I apologize for their team's equipment. So probably another DC, which is a little bit just not frustrating, but it kind of is. Just like you guys were already in the game, the Yellow Jackets were just finding out something, even though it was a 4v5 round. It didn't look like that was going to change much of the results, especially with how Hayden played that last round. Just for it to be, just for like right when you get the momentum, you got to slow it down.
So I believe we are paused to give them a chance to get back.
But in the meantime, we are going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with more of the game when everybody is ready.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are actually back. The little tech pause that we had was not lasting as long as I thought it would end up. But it will be Bone Wallace in a 2v5 right now.
One enemy remaining.
And it will be Error in a 1v5. The timing there good. Getting absolutely flashed out. We'll get one, which is dangerous, especially as a Reyna here. One kill is all it takes. One behind. We'll get the kill there. Uses the heal.
And Eric has his ult, so if he believes he can win it, he could pop it here.
Cutting their vision.
Time ticking down a little quick though. I don't know how I feel about that. Just in a 1v3. Yeah, that time not on Era's side. We'll probably just play for the save here. Try to get a kill out of this.
Yeah, he's probably just gonna. Yeah, because now he keeps his gun.
No! Oh no! Right on the edge of that. I don't know if he did that on purpose. Because you do get more money if you die on a losing round, but I don't know if he did it on purpose. Because a gun is still more money than dying.
The money you just gained. So yeah, just barely past the border of keeping his gun, and yeah, you would have taken the hit on the money, but that still he did phenomenal that round, and he could that money would have helped for or that gun would have helped for this upcoming round.
Air playing back of sight here on C. We will have the smoke come through from Manchester. That is Hayden on the opposite side in a 1v1. Just getting practically toiled with. And it will be a B rotate out of Manchester. We see how quickly Von Wallace can handle it. The rotate coming through immediately. Plant is down. Now 5v5 post plant. How is Von Wallace going to deal with this? Triple shot. We'll get one.
Still in sight.
KJ Util down. They know where most of this is going to be at.
Where are you?
Yeah, they know where practically all of
Yep.
Manchester is.
One
Excellent,
enemy remaining.
excellent fades there.
Yeah,
Excellent
now they know
info.
for sure.
And that's going to be a second round in Von Wallace's favor. Excellent way
Flawless.
to let them take B, wait, get regrouped, and then just collapse in on them. Once they got pushed out into that area and was in a big ball, they got marked by the fade and immediately just shredded the three of them right down. And then it was a 1v1, or it was a 1-on-1 inside the opposite of the smoke, and therefore a round victory as the defuse comes through for Von Wallace.
And that's exactly what you said about this map. That Lotus, it's a good attacking map, and then right when you plant the bomb, it's a good defense map. And the Yellow Jackets, they might just change up the strategy like they did there, of just like letting them plant and then we attack. Because once again, that was a flawless round, and that is something that they should try to replicate for
I've got
the
your
next remaining
trail.
ones.
Now we will see the Sky ult,
Cage trigger. Careful now.
and there's a free kill for Cat. We'll get traded out immediately, unfortunately. And now a 4v4. Air taken down in the mid. Viper, the other side, the smoking. We'll see the gun of one. Tries to shoot it. Will not be able to get a kill on it. And now triple shock. Does get one. 6 health left though, makes this a lot tougher. It is a 2v3, and even being 6 health will give any opportunity to get extra information.
Yeah, as long as you have health, you have a chance of taking somebody else out. Because just as easily as they mow down your health, you can do the same to them. A lot of
Last
close
player
movement between the
standing.
two without them knowing where they are.
Okay.
That's another kill. Going for the third, and just barely. It looked like he could have probably cleaned it up, but if he had just a bit more health. But if not that, I mean, even still, that was a good. It was good in theory.
It was good, and it was, even getting those kills period was good. Having 6 health on a 1v3, you get the kill, you do the damage, you force them to buy more shield, you force the one to buy more guns. So overall, still a good thing in general, but unfortunately just not able to quite pull it out.
Where are you?
Fade's gonna come out immediately. Viper will get stunned almost instantly. And now Air will get one here. Is going to use the dismiss to get out of it. Still in the smoke, 23 health. They get a frag here, it doesn't matter. We'll get sprayed through the smoke again. Now finally back in safety. And Hayden trying to cover here.
Yeah, Arrow does not have a lot of health left, but once again, like we said from last round, he still has a chance.
Teleport's ready.
But it's just going to be how are they going to play this remaining, especially when the spike is planted.
There's a kill, full health, and now he gets to push in. This is huge here. Now, triple shock from behind. Might get...
Blinding.
We'll get a blind on 2.
One enemy
There's one
remaining.
kill down. One more there. Triple shock pushing in from one way. This will be a third round in favor of the Von Wallace Yellow Jackets. 2 in a row, or actually not quite 2 in a row. They've had 3 rounds just with 2 rounds in between.
Yeah.
You know. Either way, it's a good stretch. Good things.
It's
These
a
are
good stretch,
things.
and the better thing is that they are now trading rounds. They're not losing consecutively. And and that's just them off of figuring it out right now. Yes, Manchester has 6 wins, but they need 7 more. The Yellow Jackets are looking like they're turning it around, winning 3 of the last 5 rounds, which is already good momentum-wise. They are going into another heavy buy.
As we push in Hayden. Hayden's been playing this angle the entire time, and they've just been flashing him every single time. It almost feels like a waste of an ability at this point. But even if he gets one kill out of that this entire game, it will be worth it.
Yeah.
And now we see the attacker killjoy out, which does mean that they are going to get a free plant, and we will once
Spike
again
planted.
see a 5v5 challenge here out of Bon Wallace. Hayden won't be able to get the one there. Viper following up with triple shot. Triple shot gets one. Won't be able to get the follow up. Viper will also get traded down. Error with.
Last player
No,
standing.
you gotta check your corners. No, Error will go down
hiding.
on the flank. Now, Cat, with all of the information she could
Cage
ever
trigger.
want,
Trick
still gets
shots.
Stinks down. 6 shots, 2 HP.
This is no problem.
Will stick the defuse, but will not be able to stick it all the way. It will get shot through the smoke, and it will be a 7th round in favor of Manchester.
Almost. That was a good idea of just last ditch effort. The 1v5, especially with
I
how
need
much
this.
time left was
My
on the
thanks.
was on the bomb, was not necessarily the best course of action. So just going straight to the spike and trying to defuse it was smart and almost worked.
That goes there.
Going in this next round, though,
Oh, this is a nice
do
spot.
need to see something change out of this Bon Wallace Yellow Jacket
Spike
squad.
down A.
So we are going to see a mid hit here.
Fire in the hole!
Will we see a... Looks like they're just going to give up sight and then play the
Spike
retake
planted.
here. There's one kill out of Hayden. The flash coming out down
Last
below,
player
and
standing.
unfortunately it'll get at least 2 of the Bon Wallace Yellow Jacket defenders. And it will be a 8th round in favor of this Manchester
Last
United
round
squad.
before the switch.
Manchester United.
Spend everything. Hoarding money is
That's
useless
funny.
now.
Now we go into round 12, last round of the half. We should see enough money. Oh man, just don't have a ton of money going into this round, and we need to see like practically a full buy. Just you gotta spend everything here.
Yeah, you have to spend as much as you can. I think one of the most important spends are going to be on shield. So with, I believe, triple shock not having one, that is going to be already a pretty big disadvantage for BW. Another time where Viper gets called out for their spot, and it doesn't lead to much other than just that they know where Viper is at, almost at immediately when the round starts.
This could be a good spot here.
Yeah, this is a pretty good corner right now, especially if they try to circle to A. It looks like that could be their idea because they are all just kind of positioned around here.
They're playing so incredibly quiet right now.
Yeah. Everyone now, especially in the later rounds, checking the corners, peeking, definitely taking their time. This kind of comes to a battle of who will flinch first.
And unfortunately, the attackers are forced to flinch first. And now, oh, but that just puts so much paranoia in the back of the mind.
Yeah.
This
30
could
seconds
be
left.
big here. Unfortunately, immediately taken down.
I've got your trail.
Spike planted.
That is now a spike on A. And they're kind of doing a one-for-all push right now. Hayden can have this corner.
That's a
And he
big kill right
does.
there. Needs to be careful here. Let's push in. Somebody needs to get on the bomb.
One enemy remaining.
2 kills is massive.
Teleport's ready.
1 left. And they will be able to get the last kill. And we will have a 4th
Thrifty.
round in favor of Bon Wallace. This is better than they had last game at this point.
Yeah, and more importantly, it's only 4 games
Switching sides.
behind. This is
Yep.
this is extremely doable for the Yellow Jackets. the numbers don't sound so favorable right now, but either way, anything could happen.
Plus, you look at the way if they lost that round, instead of being 4 rounds down, they're 6 rounds down,
Yeah.
That's a
which
good
is
spot.
even less of a place you want to be in, especially going to the second half. But we do need to see some out of this Bonwall Yellow
That
Jackets
works.
in terms of a attack, so in terms of a pistol round. Because if Bonwallace wins this pistol round, it could be monumental in the difference in this game. And it does look like it will be a C hit here out of Von Wallace. Will be Hayden leading the charge. There is one right around this corner. And it does look like at least one kill will be taken out. Hayden will get one. Hayden will be able to trade that out. Sees the one in the back
Spike
of
down.
sight.
C.
Does look like they're going to try to rotate through. Okay. I respect it. Go Cat go. They will be able to get a free plant on C now.
I have planted the spike.
They do have to play for this retake. They are going to play back of sight. Cat on 11. Hayden
Teleport's ready.
on full. Only 2 more shots in the special pistol. Pushing into sight. They do tap the bomb. Don't peek that. No reason to.
One enemy remaining.
That's a big kill there by Cat. One more down. And that's
Out
a
of
tag.
charges.
They peek
Last
together
player
here.
standing.
Big kill out of
Good
Hayden.
kill.
Big hit kill out of Hayden. Excellent way to play that round. 2 kills out the start, and then a 3rd kill finally to get the round clutched up. And we have a 5th round in favor of Von Wallace, and more importantly, a pistol round. The first pistol round we've seen in this will be the 3rd game.
Yeah, the pistol rounds are important, especially when it comes to economy.
A
And
gift.
if you start winning these for the Yellow Jackets, you start to build the leads. And there's probably just 1 or 2 more pistol rounds at most. And at that point, if you win both of those, we're looking at a 6-8 game, and they're right back in it. Another early predict by Joey of where Hayden is, so he had to teleport out of there, getting shot at, and Hayden is down already. Now over for the other team. Viper has the spike right now,
I'll find you.
trying to scope out where everyone is, but it looks like they are pushing behind where the Yellow Jackets are currently. They're blinded, but they are not able to take full advantage of it. 2 kills, now triple shock, making it a 4-3 left. But then Error gets taken down. And now it's only triple shock and Viper left.
Cover going out.
Viper is planting, and they do have the bomb down. Ozymandias is peeking
Last
and
player
is down,
standing.
but Jay takes out Viper, so it's a 1v2. This is winnable. And
It's just so unfortunate from Triple Shock. Just not able to get that final, not able to get the first of the 2 final kills, and it will be a 9th round going in
Thrifty.
favor of this Manchester squad. We do have to see what this Bonewall and Yellow Jackets will do, though. It looks like it will be a setup for an A hit, if not a split. Cat will be going C, it seems. Cat is setting up for the flank from CIC. CIC. But the A hit is going to be coming out from this Bonewall and Yellow Jacket
Who will I
squad.
spot first?
Hayden going to be taking first. Immediately flashed out. And they will be playing in this sort of cubby room to start out. Viper will get stunned. The dog shot down. I know there's going to be people behind.
Last player standing.
And unfortunately, it is going to be a 3 kick coming out from Jay, and it will be a 10th round in favor of the Manchester squad.
yeah, so now it is 3 more for Manchester for them to take this round, and 6 more for the Jackets to turn this
7
around.
more.
7 more, I can't count. 7 more to turn
7 more
this
to bring
around.
it to 12. Well, 8
There.
more if they want to be able to put it
There.
into. Well, you're talking about tying.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 rounds to take the lead. Um, 7 rounds to be able to put it to match point. 8 rounds from Baldwin Wallace to be able to take this map. I believe it's doable. We just got to get a good chain of rounds going. We do have guns at the moment, and we do have to use these to our advantage. Although this will be a sort of default-ish play coming out to start. They do get one slightly tagged.
Yeah, I think one change is Error
I
and
know
Hayden are sticking
exactly
together,
where you
which
are.
are their better shooters, which is something that could help. A good pick by Viper, though. A 3-5 lead favoring the
Cage
Yellow
triggered.
Jackets right now.
Look where Cat is on this map. Cat is in the middle of everything at the moment. Almost gets a
Almost
2K.
double pick.
Seek them out.
Couldn't
One
see.
enemy remaining. Spike down B.
And it will be a pretty dominant round out of this Baltimore Yellow Jacket squad. Maybe this is what they needed. Maybe that's what they need to do, is kind of wait, let Manchester maybe think and get a little bit too comfortable, and take advantage of the complacency out of this Manchester squad if they just sit around a little too long.
Yeah,
That was
and-
the go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
That was the meta in competitive Valorant for a long time. Was you would sit, people would just kind of maneuver around for the first like 90 seconds of the game, or however long, and then once like that 30-second timer hit on the clock,
You want to play?
then everything would
Let's
happen at
play.
once.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of shifted towards you hit the ball, hit fast and hard, but in this game you definitely see maybe the play is to be a little bit more patient here.
Yeah, sometimes old meta does work, does catch people off guard. That is a
Big
quick
kill.
pick by Cat. Making sure Akira did not have a chance of playing. And I think Cat actually has back positioning on a couple of them as well. Classic Valorant.
Love this. Honestly, I love that we're just sitting and waiting. It shows confidence.
Yeah. Also, it's just happened to be.
The big kill out of Hayden. Didn't quite catch it though.
Yeah, that was a huge confidence boost of okay, who's going to blink
Oh
first,
my
and Kaden
gosh.
with another one.
Hayden popping off. 2 kills with the chamber ult here, and they will get
30
a plant.
seconds left.
Cat will have an excellent
Yeah.
position here to at least get 1 kill out of this.
One enemy
And that's
remaining.
exactly what happens.
Oh.
It almost gets the second one. But
Air
now,
on top. This will be a save. Yeah, this is a save out of the Manchester squad. Excellent push by Baldwin Wallace. I think they figured out the kind of mojo, what they kind of want to do is just play smart, play slow, give themselves opportunities, play for those early picks, and then as soon as you get a pick or get up 2, and then play off that swing as soon as you start getting those picks.
yeah. And everyone's just gripping up together right now because it is just about over.
Viper needs to be careful here.
And everyone keeps their guns.
There we go.
What is mine?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe you see a hunt out of Baldwin Wallace there, maybe you don't, but either way, good round out of Baldwin Wallace, exactly what you wanted to see. And it will be a timeout for this Manchester squad. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, it seems like they might not be as confident in their play style right now. Once again, BW just won back-to-back rounds, including an explosive, or including one that was just running out of people to deal with Spike. And this is just something that now BW has the momentum. Their coach is just trying to talk to them, trying to calm them down. Probably just telling them, hey, we have to win 3 more. That's it. And just trying to develop the strategy. I think one big change is that Air and Hayden are going in together, and Hayden is starting to hit his shots with with his sniper.
That's what we needed out of Hayden, was just hit some shots. It felt lacking in the first map, of the last match they played, but in moving into this game, it felt slow in this first half, but it's starting to pick up. We can feel it starting to heat up.
Yep. Started getting the groove of things. It is going to be interesting how the Yellow Jackets also
Claw
attack
through them.
because Manchester, they just did a strength in numbers, kind of pushed head on in the beginning, I mean in the earlier rounds with their pistols, and now the Yellow Jackets, like you said, have been a bit more spread out, but let's see how they adjust. It looks like they are taking a very grouped approach to start.
Shadows traveling.
Cutting their vision.
Big kill there.
Spike down, C.
I know exactly where you are.
Still in sight.
Ozymandias has been going for these, like, going through the walls a lot with his one thing. But that is an easy pick by Air once again. Now it is a 3-3 affair right now with the spike planted. Not anymore.
Resource. My ult ready.
A great pick.
Oh man, great pick, and uses the ability to get out. Now they have positioning. The bomb's planted exactly where they need to be. They all could just sit here, let them try to tap the bomb, and then anytime they try to, just spam through.
One enemy remaining.
Now Cat finishes out Jay. Rango's the only one off next.
Ooh, this is
Picks
scary,
off Air, and
Good
then
kill
Cat
on Cat.
finishes off.
No one to interrogate.
Good
8
kill
to
on
10,
Cat.
just like that.
Excellent round out of Ball and Wallace. Excellent round. You saw Air go in and play some entry frag. That was exactly needed. Hayden getting back on the board. Has an op now. Cat doing what she's doing. Playing her game.
No more
Just
charges
overall
left.
really good out of Ball and Wallace right now. You can feel the momentum surging.
That goes
And
there.
it's only a 2-round deficit at the moment.
Yeah, and that was definitely not something we would have said 3 rounds ago, but this is a game, and this is something that is easily winnable for the Yellow Jackets.
Most definitely. Oh, did he get that? He didn't get a kill, but he hit him in the arm.
Yeah. Jay did
Repeat
not
that.
like that one,
Repeat that, please. I beg of thee. Oh no.
and it looks like Jay is retreating, honestly smartly, because Hayden is deciding that he is being better in the game. And now here comes the standstill. Ozymandias and Air have been about the two.
No, that's so unfortunate.
And now it is still a waiting game.
This will be a
currently.
regroup. They're gonna try to push C here.
Face your fear!
That's a big ult there.
Yeah.
Big kill there by Cat to push through. Cat will get blinded for her efforts though. And pushing in.
Here, teleport's ready.
30 seconds left.
Oh, just so many things going on all at once.
Last
It's
player
hard for
standing.
one wants to keep track of. Cat in the back of
Spike
sight though,
down, C.
with opportunities. They're gonna nade her out, forcing her to play lower.
Jay is could
I
finish
have
it out.
retrieved the
left.
spike.
They're not gonna check to the left. No. And it will be 11th round in favor of Manchester. And the op will go into the hands of Ozyman.
Yeah, Ozymandias, if you look at the stats, he has been one of the main guys for Manchester, 17-4. So if you're able to pick him off early, make sure that he doesn't get his kills or get ready, especially with I trust Air and Hayden in the 1v1 currently. So if they just start picking off Ozymandias, the rest of the team will have to pick up the slack that usually Ozymandias does a lot for.
Ooh, big kills out on this opposite side.
And
Hayden.
it was on Ozymandias.
That means the op is sitting down. Top of
Cutting
the
their
mid.
vision.
Gotta be careful here. Cat definitely heard him. Arrow will go down. Tons of kills going through. Triple Shock will be able to get the one on Kira. Cat Noodle able to stop planting.
Everyone hiding.
One enemy remaining.
And they do know where these last... Do we know where the last defender's at? Bomb's gonna go down.
I have
and it
planted the
will
spike.
Most likely be a save out of Rango, but we will see.
Ringo will have to play this very carefully, but three players with full health does not look the best for Ringo right now.
Variable
But that is a
removed.
quick
One
pick.
enemy
Two
remaining.
picks,
Ooh.
and now it's a 1v1. Viper
All,
probably should go.
all Viper has to do is play time. Oh, so close. Oh no, shot an outline on the outside of him on the wall behind them.
Clutch.
Oh my gosh. And it will be a 12th round in favor of Manchester.
Yeah, with
Match point.
1.1 second remaining.
Man, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah,
Basically shot an outline of the
yeah.
character on the wall.
Like
This is
just
a Looney
barely.
Tune ah moment. That's a Looney Tune ah moment right there.
Like if any one of those hit, this is a 9-10. I mean, this is a 9-11 game, which is still not the
Placing
best, but
sentry.
you're even closer than you are usually.
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
But we see this. Looks like it is gonna be. It's gonna be a mostly buy with the save out of Hayden.
Cutting their vision.
Satchel out. Here comes the party.
Ooh, double kill by Jay.
Hey.
Yellow Jackets are starting in a bit of a deficit, but not
Planted
not
the
anything
spike.
they haven't seen before.
Cage triggered.
Last player standing.
And that is going to
The 13th round in favor of Manchester.
be
That is extremely unfortunate. Just, man, the knockup by Breach, hitting both of the last two defenders, stunning both,
Flawless.
and then the push in immediately after. will
Defenders
give
win.
The first map over to Manchester, which that was one heck of a map. That was a long map. Bone Wallace started out 0-4, managed to claw back and bring it within 4 rounds.
Yeah, I think something that is noticeable is that they didn't go down with a fight. I mean, without a fight. They fought their hardest right there. Even though they were down, like you said, pretty early, they had a couple of consecutive wins, and it really looked like the tide was starting to turn around. 3 wins consecutively in the 16th, 17th, and 18th. Even one of them spending less money. But other than that, especially that 20th round, that was the one that felt like the momentum killer. 3-on-1 situation, and like if any one of those bullets by Viper um, hit Jay, it would have been we would have still been playing.
hmm Most definitely. But that being said, that is map 1. We are going to take a short little eeny beeny teeny weeny tiny whiny little break here on the broadcast. We will be right back with you in just a second.
We are back.
Oh my gosh, we're back.
So back.
So back. We are in Ascent, the map we talked about that has the wall bangs, the bangable walls. And it will be the Bone Wallace Yellow Jackets starting off on the attacking side.
So with this map, I believe there's only two.
2 bomb sites, yes, but a big wide open mid. That if you control mid, you control a lot of the map. You can't win by controlling mid, but you could you can
You can do a lot of damage while
you
controlling
could
the mid.
do a lot of damage while controlling mid. While looking at the agent select screen, we do have triple shock on the Omen, Hayden on the Jet, Error playing the Breach, which we saw him play last week on the same or last game on this last map. We have C-Cat on the KJ. KJ, an instrumental part of any Ascent defense. And then Viper on the Fade once again. On the opposite side, the only person we have locked in the lobby is Kira on the Brimstone, the Brimmy. And then Jay is hovering the Jet as well as Ozzy. Now both changed. Uh, they're going everywhere.
Yeah.
Rango on the KJ though at the moment is Ozzy on the KJ. Ozzy on the KJ. Ozzy on the Killjoy. Not Killjoy. Oh my gosh. On the KO. Ozzy on the KO. Rango on the KJ. We'll lock that in. Kira and Jay will lock in their agents, and then we will see WYWH on the Sova. Sova being one of the most powerful initiators on this map just because the amount of sheer lineups, because of the floating objects in the sky that this map has.
Yeah. And this one is going to be interesting, especially who's going to be the better KJ on this map.
KJ, I mean, if B becomes a major part of this map, KJ could win this map by itself. That being said, we're getting into round number 1. Von Wallace on the attacking side of this map. I personally think that this map is a little bit more towards the defending side. If I'm going to choose a side to start on here, I'm going to choose a side to start on the defending side. I really enjoy playing attack on this side because it's definitely challenging, but it's a fun kind of challenging.
Yeah.
But defending is definitely the easier of these two sides.
Yeah, there is a lot of luggage, a lot of carriage around A, which makes it pretty packed. But once you find those open holes in A, it could be a viable place to
My
plant
ult's not
and
ready.
defend after you plant.
Bring them down.
That's a big kill right there out of Hayden. Immediately pushing up.
Blocking sight.
Pushing onto site. Smokes in and then follows with the dash. Now we have people on site.
See ya.
We'll get a second. Reloads. Trying to spray to get the one in heaven down. And looks like it will be a plant here for the Bone Wallace Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and Viper is planting right now, and the Yellow Jackets have a 3-5 lead right now, which is pretty big,
Cover going
especially
out.
with a couple of one of their 3 being hit as well. Right when I said that, Triple Shock is now less than half health, which isn't the most ideal, but that is now another pick. 2 picks.
Oh my, Hayden
One
gets a
enemy
kill.
remaining.
Still favor the Yellow Jackets, but 2v1 instead of the 5v3.
Flash out!
Ring is starting to
Big
lose, and
kill.
then is taken down.
That was excellent there. If you didn't pay attention to the minimap, error, flash through, and then immediately as error, flash, triple swinged, getting the free kill on the KJ that was blinded right on the bomb. That was the design there. You get one left, they have to get on the bomb, therefore you get a free flash on them, and then you get a free kill on them. Because even if they don't get flash, they have to turn around and back to you. It means you get a free kill usually. So excellent way to start off the map, getting a free round. Excellent for this Bone Wallace Yellow Jacket squad. It looks like it will be a repeat hit onto A.
And that is another early pistol round that they won, which is pretty huge. Also, I just want to say I love this gun skin.
That's what I was gonna say. I haven't seen this one yet. It looks like it's the Valorant Champions skin,
Blocking sight.
which I haven't seen this one, but it is beautiful. I must say.
They immediately called out Hayden's dash
Here.
already from one round earlier. And tried to pick him up, and Hayden got double team stuck in the corner. and Jay is going to be one credited with the pistol kill.
But look on the minimap, immediately we lose the one on site, and immediately it's a rotate that comes out. Looks like it will be read a little bit by the Sova of Manchester, and there are going to be people on short waiting for this. But in general, still
Cover going out.
a good rotate. Viper will be caught out. Error will get a return kill. Triple shot, I believe, in an excellent spot here. Big kill, and that is a 3v3 with advantage. Unfortunately, not advantage for very long.
30
And
seconds
we'll
left.
be up to Error to try to play the defense here. One on bomb, Error outside trying to get a pick here.
Yeah, this is now
Last player
immediately
standing.
and then gets picked off himself.
Cat in a 1v2. Two players going lane, does not know that, can only hear.
Recalling my
We hear the
bot.
flash out. Bot recalled, you hear the one jump down. Do you swing here?
One enemy remaining.
Turns, 7 health left. You have to see that get called. Excellent clutch out of Cat. Great way to look at that. You see the one, you swing, you just flick across, and it's excellent kill. Great out of Cat. Way to pull off that 1v2, and then we have a 2-round victory lead.
Yeah, this is a hot start for the Yellow Jackets already. They started 0-4, so having the 2-0, and like you said, they have their attackers first, and in this map you'd rather be a defender, so they're doing good in this situation where they're not supposed to be.
Amen. Hit the nail on the head there.
Just like how Kat and Hayden have been hitting their shots right on the head.
There you go. That's what we like to see. It will be a presence push on to A from Viper, but it will, in general, be a push towards B. They will know that there is at least one person on B from the dart that just got shot down. Trying to get some damage. Hayden pushing up. We'll get tagged a little bit, but still plenty of health. And smoke coming down right away. Pushing through that smoke, will get taken down. Triple shock on site. They know there's one to the left. Oh, that's so unfortunate. The
Last
timing,
player
picking up the
standing.
gun.
Spike
I don't
down
know if
B.
it is what I think it was, as Ozzy gets a crazy 3K. It might have been auto pickup on triple shock that knocked them out. You know, because if you auto pickup, obviously your auto pickup, like your good's gotta go to your inventory if you walk over it and you have space. But the auto pickup feature, I mean, is that like he walked over it and then it automatically switched to the gun for him because it's a quote unquote better gun. And unfortunately, that can make the difference in these sorts of rounds. But we will see a sort of kind of default here.
Get out of my way.
Arrow will go down early to J all the way across the map. Cat. We'll get one here.
Quick fake to even back up the odds. A lot of pre-firing this round from both sides.
It's a great way to establish a presence. It's just something you've got to keep this entire game. Oh, 2 kills. A Cat will be able to trade it out,
I got
thankfully. Cat and Viper in 2v3. Cat already pulled off 1 clutch. Can they make it 2? Viper will be able to shoot out the dart. It looks like they will be going for a rotate through mid. Will they read the aggressor? This cubby here.
This
Last player
No,
standing.
unfortunate. I could
Spike
see it
down
happening.
mid.
I just didn't want to believe it.
Yeah, that is what feels the worst. Like,
Bring them 30 seconds left.
and this might be, yeah.
Oh, man. Just like that, all tied up back at 2.
Yeah, just like that, the Prowler came around the corner, immediately got shot. Viper tried capitalizing immediately off of it, and then got shot just as much.
Turret out.
Round number 5 here, and we saw Bone Wallace start off 2 rounds on A, and you won 2 rounds.
Yeah.
2 rounds on B, you lost 2 rounds.
I think we can stick to A.
Yeah, actually, no, that's not true. We won the first round on B through a clutch. But yeah,
Bring
it
them
feels like
down.
if we get Hayden on site with space and time,
We found one.
we can win out on site. It's just about getting Hayden in the middle of site. But now Hayden, without a dash, makes this site entry a lot harder. That's the thing about this A site is like this is your one entry. You can go through mid, which is arguably a lot harder, but you get this
Yeah.
one corridor you have to go through, and you see the crosshair held by Jay and the Sova, the opposite squad.
Yeah, and I think at this point, without using a special, you have to make a trade, and that's exactly what
Last
they're doing.
player
and
standing.
in general, that is another trade that favored Manchester, and now just
Bomb
like that, they
grenade
have
out.
won 3 in a row.
3 in a row for this Manchester squad.
Placing
Look at the
sentry.
map. We will have a full buyout of Bon Wallace.
Placing alarm bot.
Hayden getting the
Placing
op in his
swarm
hands, I
grenade.
believe, for the first time this game.
Placing swarm grenade.
We see if that impact will be imminent. Playing a little bit of a gas cannon, only being able to buy light armor with the op,
Bot
but
coming
still,
back.
I like the op better than
Alarm
no
bot
op.
out.
Hey, head with the op has been really good, so I will take it right now.
Bang!
That is immediately why you take the glass cannon approach with Hayden.
Love that. Love that start of the round. Immediately get some impact.
It's like somebody.
There
like
is going to be a flank that we have to watch behind. The timing here. No, he's going to turn around. No! Oh, the
That was
timing was so good, and then it was so bad.
Shadows traveling.
Okay, interesting. Right,
Last
side.
player standing.
We take it down.
Spike down B.
My ultimate is ready. Shadows traveling.
Has an opportunity here.
They might just, yep,
Oh, man.
trap him in the corner. There wasn't much else he could have done there.
I'll make them remember.
Honestly,
They're only human.
trap going into that side wall, or like that side room, connector, I don't know if that was the play there. Because
Yeah.
you go to connector, and if you don't push out immediately,
You're
they-
stuck on
you
both
get smoked
sides.
in. That that guy's gonna be pushing up. Behind you, there's 2 people in mid that are gonna be pushing up. So my question is just like, when you push up that way, do you like going through connector? I mean, if you get through it, it's great, but getting stuck there is gonna end up in your demise. But now, if you like push up through CT spawn, like maybe you get something out of it. Trip
Real
shock
quick
will
damage on
get
Ozzy
damage.
Manius.
We'll get
by
a body
triple
shot.
shock. Aaron and Hayden are kind of in a standstill with Joe and WYWH.
Look at this default though. 2 on A, 2 on B, 1 in mid. Oh man. That's why the op is so dangerous. It's a good trade though. Hayden will get the trade and it will be
Getting the stinger, getting the vandal, getting out there. Had to
Oh,
reload. That
the
is going
reload.
to be the crucial
Bomb grenade
part
out.
of that.
Wait. One enemy remaining.
triple shock. And once again, 1v3. No abilities for them at the moment. They don't have bomb, but once they get out of this, they will have ult. So they will
30
be able
seconds
to.
left.
He's going to use the ult, pick up the bomb, cancel the ult, plant. He's at least going to get the plant money here, and now he just plays
Spike
this
planted.
retake.
Cover going out.
I don't know if he's going to expect the Omen, or expect the push out to be so quick from WYWH. And it will be round number 5 in favor of Manchester.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think they need to take a page out of Manchester's book and just start going with the strength of numbers instead of the 2-2-1 approach. I think them just grouping, showing a dominance in numbers, and
Turret
winning
out.
through that would be much better than how it is currently.
Alarm bot out.
Manchester's been kind
Placing
of reading where
swarm
they're
grenade.
going, and especially
Placing swarm
who's
grenade.
going where, and picking out their biggest targets first.
I must endure.
My thought here for this Von Wallace squad is get Hayden an op. Hayden has an op, which is good. this was really good here. I like hiding from that dart because it gives them the false insecurity that nobody's going to be here.
Yeah.
Maybe you get somebody to push up. Unfortunately, nobody will. Oh, and the jump just gives away so much.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. That little sound cue, you talked about how when you were going against Jeremy, that one, you just made one step and they knew where you were. That one jump, they know.
Yeah. Which is really unfortunate. And on the other side, Akira with a double kill on Hayden and Cat. Not looking too well for the Jackets right now.
This is going to be a full rotate out of Triple Shock and friends here. Viper immediately behind. It's a good kill there, much needed. Taking minimal damage. But Akira will get his third onto Error.
Last player
A fourth?
standing.
An opportunity for the ace here for Akira, and he will ace here. Manchester with the first ace of the series. Hopefully one of the only.
I was
Maybe
gonna
one
say,
for our
hopefully
side.
the last from Manchester. And hopefully much more to come for BW.
I would love an ace. An ace right now would do wonders.
Yeah, especially for confidence.
Placing
right
alarm bot.
now, because they won the
Placing
first
swarm
two,
grenade.
and then after that they have
Placing
not been
swarm
able
grenade.
to figure it out since. And I wouldn't necessarily mind the timeout call here, of just like trying to talk with their coach, figure out the timeout, and give yourself a breather. But Hayden, an easy, immediate pick with the sniper. Trying to see if there's anything more from him.
You hear the sky drone. I'll play that.
What's this?
Excellent play out of Hayden here. Playing with the Marshall. Marshall, in my opinion, is one of my favorite guns in the game. Not because it's like the greatest gun. Obviously, the op, you get a one-shot kill anywhere in the body or head.
Yeah.
Marshall, if you get a body shot, it does 1-on-1. So if they have no armor, you're gonna kill. But if you hit them in the head, it will be a kill, which it makes it pretty much just an op, but with a higher skill ceiling, which I like. Now,
Blocking sight.
pops the dash, gets through, is vulnerable. Will close the door. And is pushing the site. Misses all
That was
5
unfortunate.
of the daggers,
30 seconds
unfortunately.
left.
Triple Shock will be able to get the
Last
trade.
player standing.
And gets one more, and gets a third. There we go. Triple Shock being able to get one out here, and it will be a third round in favor of Bonwalla's Yellow Jackets as we head into round number 10 here.
Yeah, not as good as an ace, but it's close enough. A good momentum changer for the Yellow Jackets. Their first win since round 2, so let's see if they could capitalize on that and build a bit of momentum for their team.
Most definitely. I mean, any sort of multi-kill is really good for the mental, especially. Plus, Triple Shock, not even being on like a character that's supposed to get a whole lot of kills. Omen is one of the few controllers that can sort of get multiple. One of the few sentinels, I should say. Controller sentinel? I don't forget which one Omen is.
I don't know.
Fair enough. One of those two, but one of the few of those that can get kills using the util. That should be a kill here. Akira will be able
Spike
to get
down,
one, but Cat
mid.
will trade out that, and Hayden will get one onto the other jet. Unfortunately, Cat goes down to Aussie in the mid. That will be now a push. Error. Triple Shock. And Hayden.
Spike drop.
On this A site. One in back of sight. We don't hear that. We'll get killed out immediately, unfortunately. Triple Shock able to get the trade. We'll put the door down. Plant coming through soon.
One enemy remaining.
Good pick by Aaron because Rango was coming right behind.
I didn't even like realize that they got the pick until just now. This is an excellent angle here. They know he's up close. Swing together here, boys. There we go. Good job. That's what we needed. Excellent way to get in there. See, we got Hayden on site, dashed in, got presence, got damage, and even though Hayden didn't really get any kills on site, getting that damage, getting that presence, creating that space, allowing Bon Wallace to get in on site and control site. A site is one of the hardest sites, in my opinion, to retake As a defender, it's a little easier, especially if you have heaven and tree. But when you are pushing through especially if you're only pushing through tree, it's a very hard site to retake as a defender.
Shadows.
Good kill. Yes! And Cat will get one
Immediate.
Gun
across.
here.
Error almost gets a free kill over there.
That was really the best case scenario.
Here.
Come on now.
Blocking sight.
That was huge for Manchester. That wall.
Oh
was so
man,
far.
that scared the. Oh man. But we get on
One
site
enemy
now.
remaining.
Cat with a triple kill. Bomb down on site.
Spikes down.
Hayden low health with
Alarm
the op
bot
in
out.
mid.
Placing swarm grenade.
Fade. We'll get the info that nobody is in heaven. And I believe KJ. Ooh, and we get the info that KJ is in tree,
Yep.
which means this hold right here is huge. Now they know that it's going heaven, and it will be Cat on site. Won't be surprised if they just sit here. Viper goes down.
That might just be all for naught at this point for Manchester.
Here.
They
Just hold
know
through.
that they are heaven.
Yep.
Swarm grenade out.
Cat won't be able to get out with her life, but KJ on the other side will also die. Hayden able to keep the op for one more round, and it is
Last
now
round in the half.
6-5. One more round, and we go into half tied out.
Yeah, going into this half, if they get 6-6, it's a whole new ball game. It's first to 7.
It's 0-0 at that point, first to 7.
Yep. And with that, BW has the momentum, and they have the advantage of being able to defend instead of having to be the initiators. And this could be a long one. This could be going to the very last game, which I'm at least here for.
Bang! Hayden on the op is so clutch here.
You should run.
That's a big KJ. Forces people off site. Give him 2 seconds. I want to see how Bon Wallace is going to play
Face
this.
your fear!
Are they even going to get on site?
Caught one.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
man. That's
Spike down A.
just above the headshot level. Oh no.
But Viper did have the right idea. They were blinded, so they didn't
Switching
know,
sides.
or they couldn't see clearly, obviously. But almost had the angle correctly. That would have been huge.
Would have been a huge round, especially. But we go into second round now. On the attacking side, or on the defending side, I apologize.
Turret out.
And we will see Bon Wallace. We saw a similar thing last time they played on Ascent with the Viper throwing the eye and then Hayden peeking off of it, usually getting one and dashing out. But it will be a B hit to start off this second half pistol round. Just waiting on the timer to tick down 3 more seconds and we will have action, ladies and gentlemen.
And once again, these pistol rounds have been huge for the Jackets. They've been able to turn it around, give themselves a big early lead. And that was what worked with them in the beginning of this. They just need to get back to at least claiming these.
Spike down B.
Nerd.
One
Through
enemy
the
remaining.
smoke
Oh
and
my
a
God,
headshot. Errors cooking.
And Viper
just
gets
like
one. There we
that.
go. There's our 6th.
Yep.
Gun here.
And that's another pistol round one.
Gun here.
Now we have Hayden back to his tried and true. This could be looking dangerous for Manchester. Or this is the Outlaw.
The Outlaw, I mean, Outlaw is better
I
than
like the Outlaw.
Marshall. I like the Outlaw. I like the concept, the over-under with the scope. I really like it.
I like the 2-shot mechanic as well.
Well, that's
Mostly
what
because
that's
I'm-
what over-under means.
Yeah,
Come on.
I'm
It's
working on it.
It's all right. It's all right, man. You know what an over-under is in real life? It's a shotgun where the
betting.
barrels are on top of each other. Yeah, which is what the Marshall is.
Grounded.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
That's why this over-under is so deadly. You're just able to take 2 pop shots back-to-back, 2 kills. Especially in these early rounds when you know they're not going to buy armor. Because any body shot with this does 140 damage. If you buy light armor, you only have 125 health.
And you still die.
So it's a 1 shot, 1 kill with this.
Yeah.
And the only time you
One
don't die
enemy
in 1
remaining.
shot is if you
And
have 0
Cat
health.
with the cleanup as
Oh my
well.
gosh.
Yeah, that was a huge move for the Yellow Jackets because Hayden picked off 2. They're like, okay, now we can't go here, and the Cat finished off the remaining 3, and that's huge. Now a tie game
Placing sentry.
or a tie round.
Recalling my
Apologize
bot.
for the spectator missing that last round. I'll take fault for that one. But
Placing
I was
alarm
just
bot.
raving about this outlaw. Excellent addition to the game. It was meant to keep away from the meta of just buying light armor, because there was a meta where teams would only buy light armor, and now they add a gun that's not as cheap as the Marshall but not expensive as the Op, that directly counters light armor because it does 140 damage.
And it definitely works.
They were getting 1. This will be another free kill out of Hayden,
Gun here.
playing damage. Ozzy will get 2 in return though, pushing through mid. The flash will not work. Bulldog does almost all the damage it needs to. Hayden will be able to finish out the trade.
Spike
Is
planted.
down on B in a 2v2. We will have to see what Hayden and friends decide to do here. The wraparound coming from spawn here, Akira. It seems like there is a little bit of intuition coming into play. The flank will not come through at the moment, at least.
Last player standing.
Oh, unfortunate. Just trying to push him through lane. Rango played smart, could hear the footsteps, had the crosshair ready, took the shot whenever they had it, and it will be one round lead for
There you go.
the Manchester squad here in map number 2. They already have a lead in the series around here, not massive, but I mean they're five rounds away compared to the 6 from Lone Wallace.
Yeah, and once again, this has got to be, like, even though you're down 1, this is still do or die time. You got to
You
close this out,
are powerless.
and that's impressive.
This is gonna
It's
be a
kinda
quick push.
huge.
It's a big
And-
kill though.
Yep, finish kill by Air, going for another one, and that is another one. No scope needed for that one. Now 2 more rotating, 2 more!
The
from
extra
Air.
trade.
Round B.
Oh my gosh, Ozzy gets 2 though as well. Still a 3v2 in favor of Bone Wallace. Now a 2v2 as Viper goes down.
Last
Error
player
on 11 health
standing.
on site, and it is just Hayden with the op. The 1v2 pushes through the smoke. Ozzy saw the tip of the barrel before he walked out the smoke. Will be a kill for Ozzy, and as close of a round that was, it will be 2-round lead now for Manchester.
Yeah, it is now 9-7, and BW has to make sure Manchester doesn't pull away right now.
It's so easy to fall into this lull in the mental after losing those 2 rounds, and we are going to see a pretty massive save out of Bone Wallace here, trying to reinvest the econ. So this round not in their favor. They are going to take a second, and we will see what happens in these next few rounds. Hayden really hoping to get one, and we will right off the bat in this round. This
Enemy kill.
Oh, and
My
gets
ult's
another
ready.
kill through the smoke.
Watch this.
This is looking dangerous for this Bone Wallace squad. Even on the Thrifty, it will be a rotate though. The question is, can Cat catch it out?
Gun here.
Cat might be able to get one here. Cat will get one. The rotate now being detected slightly even.
Turret out.
And it will be Hayden on A site to play the defense here. Ringo getting 2, playing in tree.
Spike planted. You should
They
run.
know where Hayden is. One left here, and Cat standing on the edge of the attacker. Killjoy. They will just wait for the Killjoy to pop out, and then immediately try to push in. I think one of them is assuming that we're not going to play this. Oh no, the lineup being set up for here by Akira.
One enemy remaining.
Unfortunately, Rango
Just swipe those
makes it
items.
so that the lineup is unneeded, and it will be a third victory in a row, and it will be a timeout coming out from Baldwin Wallace. I think this is an excellently timed timeout here.
Yeah, this is a really good time because you just had it a 7-7 game. Manchester wins back to back to back in some similar but different ways. And just coming into that, it's just okay, if they're winning in the same way, there's got to be something that they're doing, and there's got to be something that BW isn't picking up on yet. So just giving like the minute, even though a minute isn't that long, it's time to breathe, it's time to refocus, time to just like go over your game plan. It's a good time as IGL of just like figuring out what's going on, talk to your players, see how they're doing, and tell them that it's not over because it really isn't.
No, it's not. Only 3 rounds back. 6 rounds away from a map victory here and pushing it to a third map. I mean, Baldwin Wallace, plus when you're playing in the fast-paced game like Valorant, this minute either feels extremely quick or extremely slow.
Yeah.
Especially when you're on the opposite team, that extremely long time. That minute can feel like an eternity when you were the team that did not call the timeout.
Yeah.
And it can sometimes like cool the other team down a little bit. Because there's definitely some heat that was building
Alarm bot out.
on this Manchester squad. But maybe that timeout cooled him down just a slight bit. Hayden hoping to get one kill here.
You can already tell by the
Will
gameplay
get one.
already.
Oh my gosh.
What a shot by Hayden.
It's a big kill. Hayden getting a lot of these first round kills and giving a lot of opportunities. Cat won't be able to get the kill there and will get suppressed. But then triple shot. We'll be able to get one. Traded out, unfortunately, by Jay, though. And it will be the rotate coming through now for Von Wallace. Plant coming through.
Spike planted.
Still, Von Wallace with the advantage, 3-4.
Let's go!
Where Brimstone is in position to use a lineup here.
One enemy
To get the
remaining.
one, Brimstone has to push, and that will be a defuse out of the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. Just waiting on that fire to diffuse. But it will be a defuse, and we will get another round for Baldwin Wallace. Obviously took the advice from their coach Fonz in that round and was able to apply it and get around here. Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding.
And once again, that was an immediate tone shift, and you don't want to give up a loss right after a timeout. That now it shows that whatever Fonz saw, it worked, and just need to keep working at it. Keep trying to. That metagame, it's just like, okay, now they saw our adjustments, how quickly are they going to adjust? Keep writing this out. You have 3 more round losses to play with before you win 5, and it is still very much doable. It is now up to Manchester of who can adapt first.
And it will be a aggressive peek at first from Hayden, but will fall all the way
Get out
back
of
to
my
spawn.
way.
There are 3 defenders on this B site. Maybe reading that this Manchester team really likes to start out on the B, but likes to fade away from it. Let's see if
Full Shock might have a shot here. Gets a lot of damage, and Cat is taken down by Akira.
even though they do lose a life there, that oh my gosh, Hayden gets one back there. And we'll be 4-4 after all that is said and done. But that information is huge because it allows Bond Wallace to start setting up a rotate. The rotate will be faked from Manchester, so it will be moving back towards B. Air still in position. And they can hear the ones coming through. Air won't be able to get the one. Won't be able to get any kills,
30
unfortunately.
seconds left.
And they know that the plant is coming through.
Right there.
Alerting his team as well. where
Spike
the plant
planted.
is.
Prepare for hellfire!
Error.
Last player
With
standing.
you, Blaze, and
One
Rango.
enemy remaining.
Error with a 1v1 against Rango right now.
Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it. He got half, he got a half, he got a half. Which is huge. He knows where he's at too. He heard him.
Blinding!
Oh man, so unfortunate.
Yeah.
That was really smart there, but just unfortunately, just not even outplayed. Just the good back and forth by Rango of Manchester to not be predictable, and
Rango
was able
had
to get
clutch
around out
up,
of it.
and when everything was said and done, he played his cards right. He knew that Error had to wait for the or he couldn't wait because he had to defuse the bomb. Waited for him to start defusing and picked him off.
Yeah, overall played really well by both sides. Just Manchester had the trump card in the end.
Yep.
This
are powerless!
This is interesting. Von Wallace just giving up B, like completely playing for the retake. We don't have any. Hayden's the only one that has a gun here, but Von Wallace playing B.
Yeah, and it looks like this is
Spike
like you
planted.
said, giving up plant. Now let's see what they do with explosive pistol.
Swarm grenade out.
So they know that Akira's right there.
They do that.
Last player standing.
No
Long.
way. Oh man, that sucks. Because of how quickly all of them just. 1 second
Match
there was
point.
5. 3 seconds later,
There is
0.
none.
Just how quickly all of it goes down. I talked about earlier how there's sometimes those rounds where everything happens all at once.
Yeah.
As a prime example.
So now, if you're the Yellow
Turn
Jackets,
out.
what do you do? Because you have to start buying. Do you just buy everything and just leave it all out?
Allow
Well, that's why they saved last round. They saved last round so that even if they lost it, they still have a buy going into this
Placing
next
swarm
round,
grenade.
which is ultimately what is most important because this round is a do or die, and if you don't have guns going into a do or die, what's the point?
So they expedited my situation. And Ozymandias immediately taking out Viper. Hayden is suppressed. And
Nowhere
they also know
to
where
run!
he is. And calling out the jet.
Oh
And then
no.
then Rango got Hayden in the corner.
Spike planted.
Now this is a doable situation by BW if they pick off
You put this down
Ozymandias.
right now. Yeah,
Initiated.
there we go.
Last player
Triple shock
standing.
goes down.
For hellfire!
Oh, I doubled.
Excellent by KJ.
Destroyed.
Lockdown is destroyed by the ult.
One enemy
That's a big
remaining.
kill.
Okay.
They don't know where the last is. You heard the bomb go up. Yeah, this will be the last round. Unfortunately, no time to get on the bomb because
Yeah.
of
Attackers win.
the lineup by the brim, and it will be a second map loss for the Bonawala Yellow Jackets. 2-0 in favor of Manchester.
Yeah, but BW, they put up a fight. They left everything out there, and once again, Hayden did fantastic. Aaron did pretty good as well, and Kat, in your own words, was doing her thing, but was just barely not enough to close it out. But you saw promise.